lock is one of several that VitalyM sent me in a pretty nice package. This is a Wynn's lock, registered trademark. And in the US, the Wynn's is a automotive parts manufacturer. They make filters and things like that. It's a very nice lock, looks almost like stainless steel. It'd be hard to get in there and try to shim it. But it's not made in the States. When you take a look at the keyway, I call this a Smiley keyway. When I travel in countries in Africa, I often find this, or in the Far East. Very common over there, but here in the States, not so much. Here's the key. It's a 5-pinner. Come on, baby. And it looks like a smiley. A couple things about this lock. First of all, watch how easily the key slides in there. I mean, it is very light tension, and that's because those pins have hardly any spring pressure on them, so it kind of makes it hard to feel them when you're picking it. It is a key retaining lock, and it just works very smoothly. Very nice lock. So we got it locked up. Let's see if we can get it picked. So I mentioned you got a couple of tricks, and the main trick about these locks is, of course, tensioning. How do you tension this weird keyway? Well, if you have a top of the keyway tension wrench, you can generally stick it, if you get the thin one, stick it in here and you can pull as if the key is turning. The problem is the thickness of that part right there. Sometimes it will bind up in that keyway. So the lock will be picked, but your tension wrench is at the wrong angle and you've actually bound it up. So it'll be picked, but you don't get it open. So I got tired of doing that to myself and getting frustrated, so I made this little tool. This is made out of a windshield wiper insert. I just keep it in my pick kit for this exact type of lock. And that way I can slide that little nib in there and it grabs a hold and I can pull pretty much at any angle I want. So I'm going to pull it basically straight up, almost straight up, just the way the key would apply tension. The other trick is, obviously you can't, let me zoom in a little bit, you can't get a normal pickup inside of there because of the shape of the keyway. Come on, baby, there we go. If we try to stick a normal pick in there, it'll overset everything, just not going to work. So you got to use a dimple pick. Again, if you don't have one of these, you can make it out of one of the thick windshield wiper inserts. This happens to be from a Sauber kit. It's the flat one, no curve on this whatsoever. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put tension on the core by pulling up on the tension wrench, and I'm going to slide the pick to the rear, just like a dimple lock, until I hit a binding pin. Once you find him, you notice there's nothing here to guide this pick other than my finger. I'm going to turn it just a little bit on the side here so you can see my finger. It's guiding the pick, trying to keep it aligned with those pins. I slide back until I hit a pin, and then I slide a little bit further and get under him. And then I'm looking for another binder. If you're not careful about your alignment, what you'll find is that you're picking air. And you really won't know it because the tension, the pressure on these pins is just so incredibly light from those tiny little springs. And there we go. Oops. You notice how that tension wrench just popped right out of there. I mean, it's very critical, the angle that you put on that core. It's kind of rough. It's not a real smooth when it turns. So if you don't have the right angle, if you're pulling off at the side, for example, or trying to pull it too much of an angle straight up or off like that, you'll bind it up. So be very careful with it. Keep heavy tension, and then just use a dimple pick, and you'll be able to get these Smiley locks open pretty quick, even the 5 or the 6 pinners. Anyway, fellas, there you go, the Wynn's lock from VitalyM. Thank you, sir. Stay safe. Gentlemen, stay legal.
Man, that was a great video.
Yeah, I'm really glad we subscribed to Bosnianbill.
Oh, I'm not subscribed.
What?
No, I just keep forgetting to hit the subscribe button.
Are you insane?
Oh.
Subscribe. Now we can watch all of Bosnianbill's videos.